Good, happy Tuesday evening, May 12, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Tuesday evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Tuesday evening, so let's begin. First up, Fauci warns of serious consequences if U.S. reopens too soon. Dr. Anthony Fauci, the government's top infectious disease expert, warned on Tuesday that the consequence could be really serious if cities and states reopen the U.S. economy too quickly with the coronavirus still spreading. And now let's take a look at the COVID-19 in New Hampshire key information. And here is a look at that COVID-19 in New Hampshire key information. There are 3,160 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. 1,385,813 number of people in the United States have tested positive. 133 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 318 number of people who have been hospitalized with COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 81,791 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. This current cases map shows where patients with COVID-19 live, not where they work or are being treated. Let's take a look. Manchester, 415. And then total cases. Manchester, 714. And now let's take a look at this chart. This chart, new cases each day in New Hampshire. In the purple, daily new positive COVID-19 cases. In the orange, new hospitalizations. And in the red are the deaths. This chart here, current cases. In the purple, current COVID-19 cases, and in the orange, current hospitalizations. In this chart here, current total positive COVID-19 cases, in the orange, total hospitalizations, in the red, deaths, and in the blue, recovered. This chart here shows you by age group. This chart here shows you by female and male. This chart here shows you risk information. This chart here shows you race/ethnicity of cases. And this chart here shows you percent of New Hampshire population. Your common symptoms: fever, lack of smell, cough, chills, and difficult breathing, how it spreads, and prevention tips. And be sure to stay with the Riley King Network for the latest of COVID-19 information. 11th screen movie theater announced for Bedford's Market and Main development. Project to build Regal Cinemas expected to create more than 1,000 jobs, officials say. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
A movie theater will be coming to the market and make... A movie theater will be coming to the market and main development in Bedford. Developers have announced they signed a lease with Regal Cinemas to bring an 11-screen cinema to South River Road. Trader Joe's and the Friendly Toast restaurant are already open. This new project is expected to create more than 1,000 construction and permanent jobs.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Dramatic drop in newly reported COVID-19 deaths in Massachusetts. Massachusetts Department of Public Health confirmed 33 new COVID-19 related deaths across the state Tuesday, bringing the state's total to 5,141. The number newly reported deaths marks a dramatic drop from recent reports. State health officials, however, note that due to later reporting deadline on Monday, May 11th. Some deaths that may have been included in Tuesday's reports were instead included in Monday's reports. The total number of confirmed COVID-19 cases rose to 79,332 after 870 new cases were reported by state health officials on May 12th. To date, 496 tests for the virus have been conducted in Massachusetts after 6,768 new tests were reported Tuesday. State health officials said about 4% of all coronavirus patients are currently hospitalized. About 60% of the deaths reported statewide occurred at long-term care facilities as of Tuesday, according to state health officials. Maine CDC reports 15 new cases of coronavirus, no new deaths. Let's take a listen to that video from WMTW News 8 Maine.
Today marks 2 months since the first case of COVID-19 was confirmed here in Maine. The CDC briefing will be at 2 this afternoon. You can watch that right here on WMTW and inside our mobile app. The Maine CDC reporting 15 new cases of coronavirus, bringing the confirmed total now to 1,477. Most of these are linked to community or household transmission. There have been no new deaths. There are no deaths to report today. The number of those recovered across the state is now up to 913. Yesterday, the CDC also reported 3 new outbreaks at group living facilities. Dr. Narav Shah says we could see more positive cases as the state is expanding testing.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Police, man killed in 2019 officer-involved shooting, responsible for cousin's death. Let's take a listen to that video from NBC 5 Vermont.
Just released footage from a police cruiser's dash cam showing a chase through downtown Rutland in October 2019. After he gets stuck on railroad tracks, the driver then gets out, shooting at officers. We've chosen to freeze the video before it shows 33-year-old Christopher Loris falling after getting struck by police bullets. Loris was the son of Rutland's former longtime mayor, also named Chris Loris. The younger Loris, Vermont's Attorney General says, was in a mental health crisis when he shot 7 times at officers, as well as at the entrance of the Rutland City Police Department, before the cops drew their own guns, striking Loris 9 times with a fatal wound to the head.
We consider this matter now closed.
Tuesday, the AG and the Rutland County State's Attorney announced they won't charge the 4 officers who returned fire, 3 from Rutland City, 1 from Rutland Town, saying their actions were legally justified under the state's self-defense rules. Both prosecutors praising police for facing a threat with bravery before anyone else was hurt.
For that, I am eternally grateful to these officers and thank them for their actions.
The former mayor's late son is also suspected of shooting and killing his own cousin before that fatal shootout with police. The cousin's death is still under investigation in Addison County.
This has been a tragic event for our community, and of course personally for my family.
Dave Allaire is Rutland's current mayor, who's related by marriage to his predecessor at City Hall and to both of the Loris cousins who lost their lives, Nick and Chris. Separately, Chris Loris's mother says she and his grandmother loved her son dearly and miss him every day.
Life is fragile, and we need to hold our loved ones tight.
Allaire's optimistic a focus on addressing substance use disorders and forming neighborhood partnerships can help strengthen his community after this encounter many here say really rattled Rutland. Drugs are believed to be a factor in the Loris cousins' deaths, but the AG wouldn't discuss that while the murder investigation is still underway. In Rutland, Jack Thurston, NBC 5 News.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. They matter more than ever. Governor of Rhode Island says of contract tracing journals. Rhode Island's governor is asking everyone to get used to a new way of life as the economy reopens. That includes members of the public continuously updating their contract tracing journals. A lot of people have said, do they still matter? I've been asked that question a lot. So the short answer is not only do they still matter, they matter more than ever because we're going to see more people, Governor of Rhode Island said Tuesday during her daily coronavirus press briefing. The governor of Rhode Island also said updates her personal journal every night, listing the places she's been, as well as who she saw. She includes the dates and times, plus logs, trips to the market or pharmacy. If she forgets, she simply goes back and updates the previous day. If everyone could do it, it will help us enormously, and frankly, it will allow us to keep opening the economy, the governor of Rhode Island said. Here's the deal. The more you follow the rules, the more and faster we can open the economy. The more people push the rules and don't follow the rules, the slower we have to go. She also said it will help health officials in their quest to combat the virus. This will save lives, she said. This whole disease is about limiting your network and allowing us to pinpoint where the problems are. So please, just stick with it. The governor of Rhode Island also said she will provide more details on Thursday about when she plans to move the Phase 1 to Phase 2. She said she will share additional information and criteria about the potential surge that would cause the state to go backward. In the meantime, the director of state's health department said businesses should have their COVID control plans, which include steps they are taking to control spread, ready by May 18th, which is Monday. This is what life is going to look like for a while, the governor said. We're going to be living with this virus probably for a year, hopefully less. But until we have a vaccine that's widely available or a therapy that is highly effective and widely available, which means we're going to have to change the way we do things to be flexible and come up with initiatives in order to get us through and allow us to continue to do our business. PD, 21-year-old taken to hospital with gunshot wound. A 21-year-old man was taken to the hospital after being shot Tuesday afternoon in New Haven. The gunshot victim was found on Brockett Lane near Eastern Street just after 2 p.m. It believed the shooting happened on Hymanway Street. Anyone with information should contact New Haven Police at 203-946-6304. And now let's take a look at your U.S. stock market and see how your U.S. stock market closed for this Tuesday evening. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the red and went down. Your Nasdaq closed in the red and went down. S&P 500 closed in the red and went down. Gold closed in green and went up. Oil closed in the red and went down. U.S. 10-year closed flat. Your USD closed in the green and went up. And VX closed in the green and went up. Dow drops more than 400 points. NASDAQ snaps 6-day winning streak on reopening jitters. Stocks fell sharply on Tuesday, giving back some of their recently strong gains as investors evaluated the latest attempts to reopening the economy. Universal Orlando to reopen some amenities this week. Universal Orlando announced on Tuesday that it will open City Walk later this week. Select City Walk venues are opening for guests starting Thursday from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. daily. Universal said all guests should follow recommended CDC guidelines. Self-parking is complimentary and valet parking is not available. Some venues will remain temporarily closed, including Blue Man Group, all nightclubs, and Universal Cinemark. Venues to open include restaurants and shopping, as well as Hollywood Drive and golf. We will continue to monitor the situation and make adjustments as needed. Additional venues may be added over time and hours of operation are subjected to change, Universal said. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Tuesday evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. Good night and bye, everyone.